Hello, Scorpio. Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. Scorpio, how the heck are you? My psychic friends, I hope you're well. Thanks so much for checking in here. I've got some oracles. I'm going to throw them down for the overall week ahead. You know that already if you are my ride or die Scorpio. And for those of you who are brand new, thanks for showing up and trying this for a second. There is a subscription button down the bottom right-hand corner, the little square where I live here, if you should decide to stay. Let's get to it, Scorpio. Let's find out what's going on next week. And I thought this time, instead of just leaving it up to the universe, I thought we'd ask a question. What is the next big change that you can expect that's coming up? Because look, all the planets are direct now, and it's time for us to get to work, figure out our path now. All the changes, all the big changes are over, except Neptune is hovering, right? But so we're going to talk about that. What is the next biggest change that you can expect, Scorpio? Let's figure it out. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We start with the yin and the yang. I like it. It says here, creating harmony through balance. Well, there it is. I feel like you've come out of the hardest part. I want to say that it feels like you were in the flames or in the fire, Scorpio. And I feel like the yin and the yang is telling me, the butterfly is here. We've got the yin and the yang symbol here. Tells me your third eye is open. And now you're seeing a little more balance, or you will. I feel like you were in transformation. We've got the butterfly here. I feel like you were in transformation here. And it's time for things to get a little bit easier. We have perception. It says beyond the veil of illusion. And so I feel like with perception, it's telling me that it is whatever way you see it, right? We all have our own perception. You have yours, I have mine. Sometimes we don't see things alike. And I feel like your perception of what went on back here is probably very different from others that are looking from the outside in. We do have card number 40, which is kind of cool because 4s are about stability. And so I think things are becoming a little more stable, if not emotionally, for sure. You're coming out the other side of some sort of transformation, which I think has been kind of hard. And I think it's all the way you look at it. I'm just going to say with this perception card, it's all the way you look at it. Where someone might see trash, another one might see treasure. All right. What else can we see for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? Tell me about Scorpio. Tell me about Scorpio. All right, we've got great gratitude. So gratitude is where it all starts, right? I can tell you that because I've been through that. And when we're going through a tower or we're going through transformation is really tough. Whatever the change is, could be a change of mind, a change of your health, a change of your attitude, a change of job. Like it could be something really catastrophic to something that's not so catastrophic. But I think that regardless of what you're going through, if it's really hard for you to endure, the thing that's going to get you through is gratitude. For sure. Being grateful for the things that you have in the moment. There's always something to be grateful for. Bottom of the deck, we have present power. That's what it brings you to. Gratitude does bring you to the present power and having the perception to see things from a different point of view. We do have card number 39, which is a 12. This is intuitive energy, right? 12s are the 12th. The 12th sign of the zodiac is Pisces. It's the number 12. And when we break it down further, it breaks down to a 3, which is Empress energy, which is also telling you that you're on the right path, doing the right thing. So we do have great gratitude coming in after some sort of a transformation. I feel like this transformation was meant to open your third eye a little bit more. Look, it never just cranks all the way open. It's little by little, or it would terrify all of us. It's terrifying enough when it opens little by little here. Tell me what else we need to know. Tell me what else we need to know, please, about Scorpio. I think we'll put it over here. That's what we'll do. And then we have help. We have freedom at the bottom of the deck. Card number 17. Freedom is card number 17 in the tarot is the star. It's healing energy. And so we have card number 2, which is balance. So I feel like you just needed a little bit of help to get into balance, is what I think. And maybe it's something that you wouldn't have done on your own had you not gone through this transformation. You're a little bit stubborn. Look, you are a fixed sign, right? And no matter where it comes up in your chart, Scorpio is fixed. And so especially if it comes up in your personality, if it comes up in your sun sign, then it's going to be a little bit harder for you to move forward or make decisions when you're in this transformative energy. Sometimes the transformation can be really tough. Let's look at tarot. Let's find out what else we need to know. Let's get some details on it for tarot for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. And Scorpio, if you are interested in a private reading, please know there is a sale. So if you're interested in a pre-recorded private reading, there is 10% off sale. Code is in the pinned comment. Please go to Hipsy. There is a link to Hipsy in the pinned comment. If you already have a username password for Wizio, it will work on the Hipsy site because they are sister sites. And if you're interested in connecting live with me, I did that today. I connected with one of you live today. It was so fun. We connected over the phone. So whether it's phone, text, or face-to-face, you can do that. You can book appointments as well for that. And right now there's an introduction of 75% off your first 10 minutes if you'd like to do that. Let's find out what's going on for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Scorpio. We've got the Two of Swords. So I feel what you've done is you've released a block. We do have somebody here who is feeling a little bit blocked off, not wanting to make a decision, but knowing that they have to. But the full moon is over the head. So I feel like they're possibly around the full moon energy, the last full moon, you did release something, but I feel it also gave you the ability to sort of look around and see what the carnage was all about. It feels like you realized at some point that you were going through change, and you were trying to step away from change, or you're trying to stop it from arriving. You know, you just can't, right? Transformation is major arcana. We have the Three of Pentacles. So now that the transformation has been here, possibly a tower, right? Because we do have card number 17 and card number 17. 17 comes after 16 and 16 is the tower in tarot. So possibly some of you are coming out of some sort of transformative tower that has now put you into balance and opening your third eye. It feels like it's time to rebuild, which is the Three of Pentacles. It's time for you to find a new group of people, or maybe it's a community or a network or people from work, but it feels like there is a new foundation being built here, and it's time to get to work, I'm going to say, with all these planets that are moving in the right direction now. Everything is moving forward here. We have the Ten of Pentacles. It's going to take you to abundance, to long-term happiness. You know, the Ten of Pentacles isn't just about money. Pentacles are about energy. They're about good health, things that give you longevity, things that you can count on for the long run, because you can count on Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn being very solid, grounded, and moving really slow. Tell me about the Two of Swords, please. I feel like this Two of Swords is telling me that you were trying to put off the transformation, but I don't think that you could. And now it's got you in this place of maybe being just a little bit pissed off because you couldn't wrestle the tower to the ground. Feels like that. We do have the Four of Cups. So maybe you're in a place right now where you're really not talking to anybody. It does feel like this, with this Four of Cups energy, this is the energy of being in a comfort zone. Maybe that's all you need now. Right now, maybe that's all you can muster is being in the Four of Cups. Because it feels like the tower might have strong-armed you into some sort of transformation, and I feel like right now you just need comfort, emotional comfort, or in the comfort zone. So possibly you're not taking invitations, you're not seeing people, you're just work, eat, sleep, work, eat, sleep. It feels like maybe you're not connecting with others at this time. We have the Ace of Cups. That's going to change though. Feels like you're going through some transformative, it feels like heart space stuff. It feels like your heart space is opening. Your mind is opening here. You're starting to think about, what do I really want? What do I want for the rest of the time that I'm here? It feels like you're thinking deeply into looking into the future, like way into the future. What sort of legacy do I want to build while I'm here? I think the Ace of Swords is poking around the mind and trying to figure out exactly what it is. I feel like now that you're awake, oh, what's that? Hang on a second. Katy Perry, I'm hearing Wide Awake. Yeah, you know what? That song is actually about falling out of the tower. You should listen to it. Wide Awake. It's a really good song. And so, I'm trying to listen to the lyrics. Hang on. I know the lyrics, but sometimes when I get in a channel and I'm reading, I can't hear the lyrics. because all I'm hearing is her saying over and over, I'm wide awake, I'm wide awake. And so I feel like it has to do with this yin and yang energy here, because we've got the yin yang symbol on the forehead, right, which is the third eye. So it feels like this probably was an awakening for you, and now you're wide awake. And now you're realizing that maybe you put off the transformation for way too long, and now that you are through the transformation, you're starting to rebuild for the future, is what it feels like here. And you might be spending some time by yourself while you're doing that, because you're trying to decide, what am I building toward here? What am I building? Am I building toward the Ace of Cups? Do I want some sort of heart space energy? Am I building toward love or emotional things? Or am I building, towards things that I'm, building blocks of the mind? Am I planning something? Because it's all about, the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. It's all about planning things, right? Planning things and then executing the plan. Tell me more about Scorpio. We have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the King of Wands in the reverse. We have the Three of Swords and the Five of Swords. So I feel as though the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse is telling me that you're not quite ready to take a step out onto, I'm seeing those really big tower, Olympic diving towers. That's what I'm seeing. You're not really ready to take a step out onto the Olympic dive tower here. Your toes are over the edge and you're kind of looking down. I'm not sure if I'm ready to jump. And I think that's also why the King of Wands is in the reverse. You know what? It's like you. It feels like you, Scorpio, because not only are you jumping into water, but you are very strategic in the way that you think. You kind of move slow. I'm going to think it out. I'm not going to let anybody know what's going on until I have the answers. And that's kind of what this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse and the King of Wands in the reverse is telling me. I'm not running at it. I'm not taking any risks. I'm not running at it. I'm going to think it over first. I'm going to look inward. Do I have enough energy? Do I have enough time? Do I have enough money? So I feel like this week ahead for you, the biggest change for you, I feel, is the transformation for sure. And the fact that now your third eye is open, now you're kind of looking around you at the carnage and saying, oh boy, maybe it's time for me to get moving on what it is that I want to leave here as a legacy before I leave the earth. And not all of you are there thinking about that. But those of us who know that we have more time behind us than ahead of us, I talk about me being 57 soon. We have more time behind us than ahead of us. You might be thinking in that way. And not everybody is, because when we're youngish, right, before 40, we think we're going to live forever still. Tell me about the Three of Pentacles. What are you building here? What are you building? Scorpio. We've got the Five of Wands. We've got the Knight of Swords. Oh, you're not telling me. Knight of Swords is in the reverse with the Five of Wands telling me, I haven't decided yet, Elsie. I'm not really sure. I'm sort of in this place where I'm in a bit of indecision, and when I have the plan done, I'll let you know. That sort of feels like Scorpio energy to me. And the Knight of Swords is like, mom's the word. It's like I'm seeing the little emoji with the zipper across its mouth. And then we have the moon in the reverse. So the moon is in the reverse. The sun is here on the bottom of the deck. And we also, look at that, the smarty pants has just entered the room here. So I really do believe that you're going to have, you're waiting on some sort of breakthrough, an intellectual sort of breakthrough. I feel this is true, that maybe you haven't decided yet. And when you've decided what you're going to start building, or what you're going to put all of your energy into, the legacy that you're going to leave here, that's when you will reveal it. So it feels like, this Three of Swords is giving me the energy of, I wish I would have seen it sooner. But look, we all see it when we're supposed to see it. Some of us never see it. Some people out there never see it. The third eye never opens. They keep running away from the tower, and they just never wake up. Just be glad that you can see it now. So I feel like when we open our eyes the first time, when we open our third eye the first time, it's a little bit of a panic situation. It's like, holy crap, how did I let this go on for so long? First of all. Second of all, it feels like with this Three of Swords, you start to feel bad. You start to feel like, I should have done that sooner. Why didn't I see that sitting there? Why didn't I do this sooner? So then the intrusive thoughts start to show up, right? I feel like it's all around this Ace of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. This is part of your awakening. It's a realization, an opening of the mind. Not only the opening of the eye, but the eye is connected to the mind. It's the opening of the mind as well, right? So we've got 5, 8, 9. So now there's worry. You feel like you're under the gun and it's time to go. But look look, we've got a breakthrough, an intellectual breakthrough, clarity of the mind, complete and total clarity of the mind. It's time to grow. So I feel like you've been maybe holding yourself back or playing it a little small, or there's something you want to do that you never did before, things that you thought you didn't have time for. I'd love to leave my legacy by whatever's in the space, writing a book, painting a painting, being a photographer. Maybe you want to do something for the children. Maybe you want to put something in trust, but it feels like this is coming. This is what's coming in the week ahead. So the biggest change is some sort of realization that you're going to have in the mind that's going to be some kind of a breakthrough. And it's regarding the longevity or whatever you're leaving here on the earth as a legacy before you leave. So I feel like you open your eye, your third eye, and it's a little bit worrisome that it's taken up to here. It's taken this long. I've taken so long to do it. But listen, this is the time that you're standing in your present power. So this is the time where you've been running the marathon and you're on the last stretch. You can see the finish line and you're just going to put all of your energy into it. That's what the present power is. You're breaking away from the pack. You're healing yourself and giving yourself some freedom. Look, it's all a perception. You can look at it like too much time has passed, I don't have time, or you can look at it as I've just had a breakthrough, now it's time to get to work. So whatever it is that you've always wanted to do is what I think you're going to do next, but I think it's coming with a really big breakthrough that you have in the week ahead that is going to cause huge change for you, but it all starts with gratitude and being grateful that even though the time back there has passed, that you've got this time that your third eye is open, you've got this time to now see things for what they are and build your legacy. I think that's what you're doing in the week ahead. That's the biggest change. I'm going to go for now, Scorpio. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, but of course I'll be back because I'm always back. As long as you will be, I will be too. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.